Hello, Greer Panthers and families. Welcome back to our read aloud. So during the summer, every week, I did a read aloud for you guys, and it was one of the best highlights of my week. I've really been missing it, and I know that everyone's been busy with distance learning starting back up, and so what better time to get back into the swing of things and add this in for us all to enjoy together. I miss you guys, and I love our reading time together, and so I am starting this again with this book. It's one of my favorites. It's called Speak Up. And the reason that I picked this book was actually a couple of things. This week, you probably had heard about this person. So this is Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and she passed away this past weekend. And so Ruth really did a lot for our country, and she had the courage to speak up and defend people's rights, especially women and other minorities in our country. She advocated for their rights. She spoke up when she knew things were not right and not fair. And so I wanted to give you a few facts about her and then talk to you a little bit about things that are happening right now. As you guys know, we use children's literature here a lot to help process things that are happening around us in our world and process our feelings, come up with ways in which we can constructively deal with what's happening. And so a little bit about Ruth Bader Ginsburg. So she was 87 years old. She was a Supreme Court Justice appointee back in 1993. She was the second woman to ever serve on the Supreme Court. A little more about her. She graduated from Cornell University and Harvard Law School. She actually then earned an additional law degree from Columbia University. And despite all of her excellent qualifications, no law firm in New York would hire her simply because she was a woman and a mother. And they did not feel at that point in time that women belonged arguing law. They thought that women needed to be home taking care of their children. And so she worked really, really hard in her career. She eventually was hired on. She argued some of the most inspiring cases with the Supreme Court. And she really worked hard to champion gender right issues, especially when it came to women and women being treated fairly. Additionally, she made sure that she really did what this book is going to talk about. She spoke up when things were unfair. And we know that there's so much happening, today included, that is not fair in our world. And so the only way that we are going to ever make change is doing what Ruth Bader Ginsburg did, finding the courage to speak up, even if we're in the minority, finding our voice. And so I hope today's book inspires you to dig deep and find your voice, because your voice matters and your voice can make a change. So our book today is called Speak Up. It's written by Miranda Paul and it's illustrated by Ebony Glenn. And reading the blurb on the back cover here, it says, "There are times we should be quiet. There are days for letting go. But when matters seem important, speak up. Let others know." There are times we should be quiet. There are days for letting go. But when matters seem important, speak up. Let others know. With so many ways to speak up, like a sign, a smile, a shout. If we could make things better, why not let our words come out? When you're being introduced and they get your name all wrong, speak up. Say your name. You are you, and you belong. When someone spreads a rumor and you're sure it isn't true, speak up. Share the facts. Truth can open up our view. When a rule just isn't fair or has gotten much too old, speak up. Work for change. Justice comes when we are bold. When a person wounds another with their words or with their fists, speak up, be an ally. Safety comes when we persist. If you see someone who's lonely or they're having a bad day, what should you do? You're right. Speak up. Share a moment. Kindness goes a long, long way. When you make a small mistake, even if you didn't know, speak up. Say you're sorry. Learn to listen. Learn to grow. When you have a special day or you're given something neat, speak up. Shout your thanks. Gratitude makes life so sweet. When you're sad or packed with feelings and the world seems dark and gray, speak up. Ask for help. Friendship chases clouds away. When trees and creatures suffer from our quick and careless choices, speak up. Rally others. Nature needs our mindful voices. When you know a scary secret about someone getting hurt, speak up. Tell a grown-up. Courage sometimes means you blurt. When the group is taking one path, but you know it's not the way, speak up. Change directions. Leaders don't always obey. While some people speak up loudly and your words might whisper quiet, one voice can make a difference. So don't hesitate. Go try it. And this book comes with an author's note, and it says, in school, I was mostly a quiet kid. I remember feeling knots in my tummy when I had to talk to grown-ups or answer questions. I'd clear my throat many times to prevent my voice from cracking. Singing and acting helped me overcome my nervousness and become confident in the power of my voice. As a parent, I've encouraged my children to speak up when things really matter. One day, my son bravely told a teacher about a student who brought a weapon to school. Speaking up allowed his classmates to stay safe. Remember, there are many kinds of communication we can use to help others, ourselves, and our world. One person truly can make a difference. And this goes on to talk about real kids who spoke up. And we're going to be sharing more about this at a later time. But what I want to remind you is that there's a lot of stuff happening in our nation and our world that isn't fair. And those are the types of things that Ruth Bader Ginsburg fought for. And think of how many times she was told, no, you can't do it. Your voice doesn't matter. And she persisted. She overcame that. And if we want change, it's going to take us speaking up. So I hope this book has inspired you to find your voice, have the courage to speak up. Even though most of you that are watching this are our Panther students here at school, your voice is important and you can be the change that's needed. So speak up. All right, I'm looking forward to talking to you guys again soon. It is Hispanic Heritage Month, and so my next read aloud is going to be celebrating that. So make sure you stay tuned, keep checking in, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye, guys.